I am Sagrika. I'll be taking a podcast with Jonathan today. Jonathan, can you please tell me about your book and yourself?
Yeah. Hi everyone. I am a young author, and I have written a book of Journey of Johnny. It is about a boy named Johnny and how he works hard, and he's born in a metropolitan city in Mumbai, and he works hard on football. He is passionate about football and reads a lot of books, and he plays flawlessly and does his hobby very nicely. He likes to play football a lot.
Okay,
I
so
am Jonathan Fernandes and I'm a 11-year-old. I love reading. I love reading books, and I am a football enthusiast. In my free time, books is one of my favorite hobbies, and I also love playing football.
Jonathan, what kind of books do you like to read?
I like to read the Wings of Fire by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam,
Wow,
and very realistic and autobiographies of books by famous people, Roald Dahl, Sudhamurthy, and Diary of a Wimpy.
that's great. Okay, so how did you come up with the character of Johnny? Like, was it a real life inspiration or you just had this imagination? How did you come up with the character of Johnny?
It was a real life inspiration of my half story that I am going to complete in my coming life. I really want to become a footballer and become popular and cherish my dreams too.
That's great. I hope you achieve that dream. Okay, so what is your writing process? Like, what is the routine? How do you go about it?
I write whatever comes to my mind, like I keep journaling whatever it comes to my mind. I keep writing it down. So at one time every day, I can put it to a point and write a flawless book.
That's great. So you, for this book, did you have like the entire plot planned out already, or were the ideas coming as you were typing? How was it?
Can you repeat, please? Can you repeat this, please?
Yeah. So I was asking. So for the story of Johnny, did you have an entire plot planned out already, or were you getting ideas as you were typing? How was it?
Yes, I had them. I had ideas when I was typing.
Okay. What were the parts which were hardest to write? Like, how did you feel about them?
Ending the book was a difficult job, and
Okay.
writing the climax and concluding it was difficult, but I soonly enjoyed it a lot.
I was reading your book and it was truly a great pleasure to read the book. It was really inspiring. Um, how did you come up? How did you understand the fact that you want to write something or you want to start writing your books? You want to become an author. How did you realize that?
I found it difficult and challenging always. I did not know how to write a book, but I read a lot of books, and then I challenged myself to read and write books, and I enjoyed the process a lot. I am thinking to write a one more book.
That's great. So, do you plan on writing another book sometime soon?
Yes, I do.
Okay, that's great. So, when did you realize about your passion for football? How did you realize that?
5 years ago, my dad taught me how to play football,
Okay.
and I love football a lot. I was taking training when I was 5 years old, and I liked football a lot, like my hobby. And now I still play football.
That's great. Okay, so if you had to give out a message to all the young authors or other aspiring authors, what would you say?
I would say read a lot of books, then put notes keep on writing notes. So at one point you can write amazing book like how I did. And I really like the process a lot.
That's a very wise advice. Okay. So do you plan on writing on any other genre? Like, do you like the sports genre or do you have any other genre that you like?
Yes, I really like the sports genre, like, but I want to write more like travel and adventurous books.
Okay. So do you like traveling?
Yes, I do. I like traveling a lot and discovering the world.
Are there any authors that influence your writing? Like, do you take influence from any kind of writers or authors?
Yeah, APJ Abdul Kalam as his autobiography. I liked it. Sudha Murthy, I like it a lot. Like Gopi Diaries, and I like Royal Dahl and funny stories like Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Okay. So, what do you think? What message should we take from Johnny's journey of difficulties and inspiration? What message would you like for the readers to take from that book?
Yeah, you should never give up and dream big and work hard a lot. Each day, work hard and be compassionate.
That's great. So, in even in your real life, you try not to give up on things and take on difficult challenges.
Yes, I take on every challenge that I get, and until I do it, I complete it.
That's great. So, how did your parents feel when you were writing the book and when you become one of the jury winners?
They were proud. They were proud of me and were speechless. At first, they could not believe that how did I wrote a book by myself.
It's a great moment, definitely. How did you feel?
I felt amazing with pride and honor to write a book. I always dreamt to write a book after I read so many books like Sudhamurti and all.
So, can we expect a sequel of the same plot or the same book?
I want to write about travel and adventure and mystery. Like, yeah.
So, the story of Johnny ends with this book, and the next book will have a different plot. It won't be a continuation of this, right?
No, I will write one more part of this same book.
Okay, that's great. I'll be waiting for that.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.